The median price of a home continues to climb here, there, and everywhere. I'm Bob Gosselin from Gosselin Realty. This is your weekly West Orange County Real Estate Report for the week ending June 22nd. The Orlando Regional Realtor Association released May sales numbers last week. The median price of a home in the core Orlando market now sits at $148,000, up 23% since May last year and 37% higher since the beginning of 2012. West Orange, which we define as Ocoee, Winter Garden, Oakland, Gotha, and Windermere, has seen a similar increase. Median price now $230,000, up 22% from 1 year ago and 44% since January of 2012. All of which begs the question, are we headed for another letdown? Well, it depends who you ask, but consider this fact, courtesy of some really smart people at UCF who study this stuff. If the real estate bubble had never hit and housing had simply appreciated at a steady annual rate of 3%, we are today only at 77% of where prices would be. Taking a closer look at real estate activity last month in West Orange, 249 total closed sales is the most since June 2011. 67% of last month's sales were normal, neither short sale nor foreclosure. Median price for those normal sales, a robust $278,000, and a number we've been tracking for several weeks. More than 27% of last month's sales in West Orange sold for over list price. The experts say the one thing that could stall the price increase is to see a flood of foreclosures suddenly hit the market, and Florida has a bunch of them. Realty Track put out a report last week that 20% of the nation's foreclosed properties are now vacant, with Florida having more than 1/3 of those vacancies. 4 Florida cities are among the top 6 U.S. metros with the most empty foreclosed homes. Orlando Kissimmee sits at number 5 with over 5,500 vacant foreclosures. Tourism is such a huge part of life in West Orange County. There probably isn't a neighborhood out here where there aren't multiple households that derive their income directly or indirectly from tourism. And tourism will continue to dominate. The Themed Entertainment Association reported last week that the Magic Kingdom remains the #1 visited theme park in the world with more than 17.5 million visitors last year. Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Islands of Adventure, Universal, and SeaWorld all rank in the top 20. A total of 68 million turnstile clicks right here in our backyard. A massive immigration bill being considered by the U.S. Senate has a rule change that could bring more Canadian snowbirds to Central Florida. The legislation includes a provision that would allow those age 55 and older to obtain a Canadian retiree visa, permitting them to stay as long as 8 months in the U.S. To qualify for the visa, they must own a second home, have a rental agreement, or hotel reservation. The measure would add about 2 months to the current 6-month limit. And remember those headlines a while back declaring that Florida was no longer the top state to retire to? Well, things are back to normal. According to new numbers released by the Census Bureau, 18% of our population is 65 years or older, tops among the 50 states. And would it surprise you to know that Sumter County has the highest share of seniors, over 50%, than any other county in the U.S.? No surprise really when you consider that Sumter County is home to the Villages. I'm Bob Gosselin from Gosselin Realty. That's your weekly West Orange County Real Estate Report. Do something good for America this week. Buy some real estate. We'll see you next time.